Imagine if Nickelodeon and the Marvel Multiverse met, delivering a serious interdimensional story within a wacky cartoon. Dimensionals is an early access turn-based roguelite, which sees us travel through various dimensions, battling evil creatures in an entertainingly designed tactical combat, being pulled down by a few fixable design choices. After clearing the first story chapter and a few challenging runs, I can tell you if Dimensionals is a real fun or a refund. Equipped with two modes, Dimensionals gives us the choice to play through the story, delivered in a comic book art style and voiced cutscenes, or launch into the roguelike mode, facing increasingly more challenging chapters trying to rid the universe of an evil perpetrator. With 3 heroes out of a colorful roster, we venture into both modes, equip the characters with active and passive skills to finish numerous monsters and interestingly designed bosses. With short intermissions between a shop managed by a rat, a potion master and a few more helpful characters, each beaten enemy results in either progress for the story chapters or experience points for level ups in the roguelike mode. Taking down the dimensional enemies is done in a turn-based combat. Limited by a growing mana pool each turn, we use the various skills our heroes can obtain and switch and match before each fight. These skills range from damaging attacks to defensive abilities like shields or helpful buffs and nasty debuffs. Most enemies have special properties and passive effects we need to watch out for, since neglecting those will end a run prematurely. This sees us constantly switch around the ever-growing roster of skills to maximize our success rate. Every win lets us gain a new ability split into active and passive spells, while every skill can be upgraded by combining it with the same type of skill, powering up their effect. This sees the amount of poison stacks, the shield points or the direct damage ramp up, while just occupying one skill slot. Each hero has a certain number of slots where we can allocate the skills to restrict our team's power in a great way. While these slots are similar for every hero, the characters themselves differ in many ways, apart from just the art style. Here we see the story implemented perfectly in the gameplay, with, for example, the intelligence-lacking goof named Shork having a skill set which simply lets him tank incoming hits and put up shields for his allies, while Boop, the emoticon-heavy robot, cleverly supports his team by increasing the mana pool and using various ailments to smartly limit the enemy's combat abilities. While this great combination of character and combat traits gives us a little insight in the world's dimensions, the story progression, even though nicely styled, is a bit bland. Each mission sees us do a fight, listen to mostly filler dialogue, do a fight, a bit more dialogue, another fight, a bit more dialogue, and so on. There lacks a certain form of free progression and exploration. Especially with the lack of any transition between scenes and fights, we don't get a sense of where our team is, did they move along, are they getting closer to a target, we don't know. This missing sense of travel and movement progress is slightly better in a roguelike mode, where we have the choice between which enemy we fight or which shop we visit, but it is one section that could be improved and doesn't work for me yet. Which, however, does work, is the great form of replayability in the roguelike mode. Each run, regardless of a success or failure, sees our heroes gain level ups and unlock new skills and valuable skill points. These skill points let us increase our champions' health points, their passive ability or 2 essential skills, seeing every new run becoming easier, while the free choice of team composition allows for great flexibility and replayability. With the growing roster of heroes and the tough challenges to unlock new ones, we constantly venture into new runs, with ever-changing results and a slightly addictive feeling, seeing us urge for just another run. While the story delivery is charming but also lacking, the soundtrack is great but repetitive, and the combat system is addictive but challenging, the overall feeling of the game just works for me and saw me spend a surprising amount of time in the game while neglecting real-life duties. That, combined with the fact that it is only in early access, I would say that Dimensionals is a real fun instead of a refund. Would you agree with my verdict? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to start your Christmas shopping.